But relating to elections, let's cross over to Kakamega County. Our reporter Wycliffe Okech is on standby to tell us about the preparations by the IEBC ahead of that very important exercise tomorrow. Wycliffe Okech, how are you doing? What's the latest from Kakamega?
Good evening to you, John Jacob Curia. Of course, after two postponement, finally Kakamega electorate now have the time to elect who is going to be their next governor for the next 5 years. And right where we are, this is Hale School in Kakamega, that is in Lurambi constituency, one of the 12 constituencies constituting the vast Kakamega County. And right now, what was happening here for the last throughout the day was the dispatching of election materials to various polling stations here. For example, here in Lurambi we have about 176 polling stations, and as you can see right behind me here, still we have the presiding officers and some of the deputies are still picking up some of the election materials in the company of police officers here. And something that I can maybe talk about is about the you remember this is the post that was postponed, but the other election seats were conducted 20 days ago here, and the turnout wasn't quite pleasing here. But then we just want to see how tomorrow will pan out. And joining me on set right now is the Abdallah Salim, who is the constituency returning officer for Lurambi constituency here. Mr. Abdallah, I'm going to engage him on the voter turnout, probably to help us understand what will happen tomorrow with regards to voter turnout, now that we have a holiday that was declared for this part and other areas that are hosting these elections here. And just probably to engage you, Mr. Abdallah, we are live on KBC here as the returning officer for Lurambi constituency, and you oversaw this exercise, a similar exercise, maybe 20 days ago here. Gauging by the turnout in those for those elective seats and tomorrow, what do you make of it?
Well, we don't expect much, given that it's not a national holiday throughout the country. It's just for Mombasa and Kakamega. And voters came all the way from Mombasa, Kisumu, Nairobi, Nakuru, and that might not be the same this time. So the turnout might not be that high comparatively.
What was it for the elective seats?
The last general election, we had around 60% in the Lurambi constituency, which was a good number. Yes, but tomorrow...
Your projection and probably the reason?
The reason was there was a public holiday, the whole country. But this time, being that we have only a holiday in Kakamega and Mombasa, the turnout might not be very, very high like last time. Maybe 50% or 40%. Yes.
This election is only happening for the governor's seat, bearing in mind that the other elective seats had already been conducted. And the Minister of Education told the IBC that this election should have the minimal interference on the education perspective. This is Hills School. What measures probably have you put in place to ensure probably that this exercise does not interfere with learning?
For sure, not going to interfere with the learning here, because tomorrow all schools in Kakamega and Mombasa are closed. So most students or people are at home up to Tuesday. So we shall have a whole field day the whole of tomorrow. And being one position, we shall be able to announce results as early as 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and leave the place for the students or the pupils. Yes.
I can see some still officers maybe picking up. So who are they, and what materials are they picking still?
Oh, these are just our officials who are coming from within around. Maybe they are just picking some forms, some administrative forms which they might have forgotten. They've come back for them. And the police officers you are seeing, these are our talent center security officers who are taking care of this place up to tomorrow. Yes.
Thank you so much. Curia, that is Salim Abdallah, who the constituency returning officer for Lurambi constituency here, telling us that everything is in place, and actually the turnout. So in as much as it was bad the other time, it maybe was. That is what he's saying, and that is pegging that on the fact that the other time there was a national holiday, but then this one is just a holiday declared for this constituency, and for this Kakamega County, along with other specific areas that are witnessing this kind of exercise. Well, this is just one of the many steps involved in this exercise, and we'll be speaking camps from 6 a.m. when the polling stations will be opened for this exercise, and we will update our viewers progressively. Back to you, JJ.
Weekly for Catch, of course. Enjoy your night. We'll be linking up with you very early in the morning, but for now it's a goodbye. All right, let's take this forward. That's Weekly for Catch from Kisumu County, of course.